All right, this is the CYL units. I'm going to be having my thoughts. And should I summon on this? This is me summoning. I could. You guys might have my opinion or might not, but this is what I'm going to think. Silent Bloodline.
I am certain now that the path I chose was correct.
So she can create terrain, as you guys can see from the Fed channel earlier. The artwork is definitely like hourglass. That's for sure. All right, reading. Here we go, chat. Time to read. Oh man. Okay, so armored flow already exists.
I
but
never learned
damage
to read very
reduction
well.
and all that stuff.
You'll help me with that, right?
All right, slaying in the weapon. All right. Like, actually, with all these units with slaying in their weapon, I kind of feel like, what's the point? Like, like, I guess. Just give everyone accelerate special trigger. Anyways. After unit attacks of Kanto triggers. So she has Kanto. Well, I guess this is the clause here already. Like, this is the problem with Fire Emblem Heroes text. Like, they have so many like if-then stuff, and which is great, but man, if you're a new player going into the game, you're like, oh, what the hell? What is this? What is that? They don't even put what Kanto means in this text box, which is funny, right? They don't put Kanto in here anymore, or maybe they will. It'll just be like an additional text. But yeah, I just noticed they don't put Kanto in this weapon text. Anyways, if unit X applies the Divine Veinstone, we'll read that to unit space and spaces within to unit space and within spaces within two spaces of unit for 1 turn. Oh man, I wish I could have a thing where I can put the unit there and then you can see the boxes. At start of combat, greater than 25% health. This condition is just 25%. Inflict -5 to all stats on the foe. Neutralize effects that guarantee the foe's follow-up. And effects that prevent units' follow-up attacks. Reduce damage from attacks by 30%. So she has damage reduction already in her special. So now it's also in the weapon. And then the foe's range. So what is Divine Veinstone? So if you're on the tile with the Divine Veinstone, you get defense 6 during combat, invisible buff. You have damage reduction. Oh, reduce damage from foe specials by 10. So it's flat 10 damage. Excluding AoE specials. Reduce damage from AoE specials by 50%, excluding Rooker. So if you're going against AoE. Rip my AoE builds that I had on my Edelgard in Light Season, but I never actually used that team. Divine Vein effects do not stack. Okay, so there's going to be multiple of these Divine Veins. Her A skill, DC, if foe initiates combat or they have 75% health to start, -7 to all stats. So she already has -5, greater than 25%. So she's -12. Reduce damage from foe's first attack by 7. So 7 flat. Okay. Don't worry, there's still more. And then this is the first attack thing. There's more! Okay, so she's in armor, so she comes with a save. Counter Roar 4. I'm going to guess this is only for dragons, because it's Roar. So this is inheritable. Attack speed on foe. So we already had -12, right? So at least the attack and speed will go down. So to -16. More damage reduction on the first hit. So she already had 7 flat damage reduction. And then she has damage reduction on, I guess the armored flow thing, right? Special or triggered. So to be fair, special or triggered, so the armored flow won't always hit. But I mean, if you just give her a breath and then slaying, so armored flow is a 2 charge, then there you go. More damage reduction. Only for the first attack. And units next attack deals 30% of the foe's attack prior to damage reduction. Okay, more damage. She also has a healing. So yeah, she's built to be ready for a save and you just give her a breath.
Reclaim what is ours.
Guys, trying to showcase Arvel and defense is bad.
This is my
But don't worry, you can buff your Arvel, right? Got some new stuff later. Radiant Confidant. Is this Radiant Dawn, Soren?
Fancy clothing won't disguise a lack of substance.
Alright, time to read. Oh my god. Okay, so we got 3 skills that are new. Let's start with the lowest text. Flare. So, if you have greater than 70% health... Look, he already has slaying his weapon, so this is a 2-charge flare already. Special triggers boost damage by 6% of foes' res. If units' HP is less
Fang Justice!
Oh my goodness. Fang Justice. If units' HP is less than 70% when special triggers, boost damage by 40% of foes' res, and then you get 30 health back. So it's less damage, but still a lot of damage. Alright. Let's read the A slot first. So instead of Corrin of -7, you get +7. No healing, but like the disable effects of the lower defense or res. So if they're a dragon, they'll attack your res. This is only if you have greater than 25% health. Based off of... Okay, this part I kind of read, and I don't know what's going on here. So this is the res check, right? Units res minus foes res. If it's greater than or equal to 1... neutralize effects that the special cooldown thing, so guard no bueno. If you have more than 10 res or equal to 10, and either the foe's range is equal to 2, or if you initiate combat. So you have to have +10, but either they're a range unit. I wish they could just say range unit, so foe's range equals 2. Unit initiates combat. They can attack twice. That's pretty good. Alright, Arc Sage Tome. Slaying. Okay, +6. So, this is a visible buff, right? Or is this the +6? the +7's invisible, right? Is the +6 visible or invisible? I'm trying to skim through it. Oh my god. Chat, I'm trying to read... Okay, hold on. This is like the first time me like looking at the sentence structure. At start of turn... Okay, at start of turn, right? Where the fuck is the period? Oh, there it is. 3 lines down. Okay, I was getting nervous. But the second sentence is worse, right? If unit is within 3 spaces of an ally, grant bonus to unit's stats during combat equals 5 plus the highest bonus stat for each ally. Oh my fucking... Highest bonus on each stat between allies within 3 spaces of unit. Yeah, here's the long ass sentence. Brackets, comma, more res, comma, reduced damage, brackets, comma, period. Fuck that. Okay, what the hell? What the hell does this guy do? He gets big stats. We'll read the decoy later, right? Because you're giving the decoy to a support partner too. Or, hold on. Or if unit is not on a team with the support partner, to the ally with the highest defense within 2 spaces of unit for 1 turn. So this could work on AR defense or like your defense team you put in arena or whatever. So there's that. Okay. If units... okay, hold on. I'm trying to read the second sentence. Units within 3 spaces of an ally. So, okay, so he gets the plus... He gets at least 5 to all stats again. So, the +6 is a visible stat, right? No, the first sentence, not the special trigger. That's a buff to your ally. Okay, so what buffs does he actually get? He gets +7 to all stats at least, plus highest bonus stat between ally within 3 spaces. So if you give if you have that +6 thing, he can be +11 then +18, right? That's a lot of stats. Yo, where's my Lucia in this? Just send Lucia, ignore text. Oh my god. Okay, so what is assigned decoy? So you got +6. This is a visible buff, right? If foe's range is equal to unit's range, and foe initiates combat, so you can give anyone savior. But here's the thing. So chat, you can correct me here. So on Discord, someone said that you can just put it on like a unit with DC and they have Omni save. But I don't think that's the way it works, right? Or do you guys think that that's the way it works? You just want to press the alert button? So you guys can correct me here. Is it just like if you're a melee unit, it's just melee save? Why did Nino face had an ignore text effect? I know, right? The unit would only perform save against unit with matching range. So to confirm, there's no Omni save, right? There's no super save unit. It's just if you're a melee and they're a melee, you can save. But if a ranged unit attacks your unit, well, GG. Ike would only do near save. Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. Because that would be stupid. If Omni save... I mean, no, we can't say never, but if Omni save exists, I think... I mean, I already kind of just not cared about AR. Or not stream it, but it would be really bad. Really bad. Okay. So... But you have to use... are you guys... Do you guys think there's going to be a bunch of Sorens? Bunch of Sorens around for saves? And then this text is magic no follow-up, cheat bass, skill, cheat, times forward, pretty good.
Just give up.
I mean, you do want to use like melee like physical damage against Soren. Nearest save Lucia.
The Golden Seer.
Does it work though? Does the Lucia thing work though? I thought she ignores text, but maybe I have to read that again. Also, I need to compare. Is Flared Sparrow the same as Surge Sparrow? The icon? If they did, I mean, we can make the excuse that they're being cheap. I'm gonna look at this. They're the same. You cannot tell me this is not the same, chat. Surge Sparrow. It's the same. Let's see. Do I have the thing here? Let's see. Window capture. What's this thing called? Snip. Oh, there's the page here. Capture method. Oh yeah, snip doesn't capture. It's kind of lame. I guess we can go to here. Surge Sparrow looks the same as Flared Sparrow. You cannot tell me that they're not the same. Sirs, the lines are a bit smaller. It's the same thing. Anyways. Flared Sparrow. Oh my god, let me read that later. That feeling when the text, because of Divine Flame, is bigger than the fucking weapon. Alright, you get Luna. Kanto on a mage. What was she, chat? She is a blue flyer. Same thing as Thor. So slaying the weapon, 2 charge. Luna. Initiates combat if there's a bonus. +5. And then attack speed is based off of turns times 2, max of 10. Is this a run-on sentence again? Yeah. If initiates, and then it's like, what, 3, 6, 7 lines of text before there's a period? Deals damage 20% of unit speed, including damage when dealt with a special before combat. Neutralize effects that guaranteed follow-ups and effects that prevent, so there's no follow-up in the weapon. Of course. Initiates combat, at least 7 damage. That's just flat damage, but it can't reduce to 1. Attack speed 7. So she already has plus, so it's at least, if it's 1 times 2, it's 2, right? So 7. So at least 14 to attack speed at least, which is the important skills. But it could go up to, what, 15 plus 7, 22 attack, 22 speed. I mean, Nino has a lot, though. We're talking about red Nino. Okay, so the Divine Vein Flame. Difficult terrain for units with range equals 2. Move over this space costs 1 movement. So it's like a forest. Movement cost cannot exceed units allowed movement. Cannot be slowed by terrain effects, do not apply. So rip those units. I forgot what you call them. Is there a term for them? But Red Nino and Red Lind. Uh-oh. Not good here. Byleth 2. At start of combat, at start of enemy phase, so they get 7 damage. And if combat begins, they deal additional 7. So you want to get out of the tile ASAP. So I did mention it back in the old days. It's probably not in the YouTube VOD. But I did mention this a lot on Discord and on the early days of streaming. I'm like, okay, the next thing they're going to add in Fire Emblem Heroes is like creatable terrain. I was thinking of blocks, but I guess, you know, just having this kind of terrain with divine veins is something. Oh my god. Okay, so how is the AI gonna react to this? That's the thing I want to know. But yeah, okay, so you can be pretty annoying here. This is like build your own Surtur. So, I guess it's not like 20 damage at beginning of your turns. 7 damage at the enemy's turn. But what's the range of it? 5 spaces centered in a line centered on the space left to right. So it's like flat. Gotcha. She has an Oath 4, so that's annoying. Okay, imagine, chat. You have Gullveig with Rallying Cry. Let's go. Someone's going to bring that team out. Rallying Cry these nuts. Speed res goes down. So that's good. Do more damage. Start of combat if you have 50% health more. Initiate combat. Damage reduction from foe's first attack by 60% during combat. It's not true damage reduction, but it is damage reduction. If unit initiates combat, she gets another action after combat. And inflict gravity on unit and pair up cohort. So she's paired up through their next action. Will not trigger again for 2 turns. But she can do another action. So this is like the first unit with... Well, not... Technically, like, the first unit with Gale Force was Leaf, right? But that was based off the special. But this is like, you can have another action. Now, there's no effect here, right? I mean, you can harsh command plus them afterwards, so then they can move. They can get out of gravity. But that's a lot of setup to do. But you can't have like a buff preemptively before to neutralize penalties, right? Because this is after the thing. So. The masses will find the optimal decoy unit. Yeah. I'll wait for that too.
Fade away.
I'm actually wondering, do I have any Oath 4 units? So, spoilers, I'm leaning towards picking up Gullveig just because I want to use an Oath 4 unit. I want to be that guy. On offense. The veins. Although, so, because she's mostly, like, she's probably going to be a unit that you want to... She has her uses, right? I guess we can talk about more of the units after everything is done here. So Robin fits the theme.
I've come this far thanks
His
to not
his
only
outfit
my
fits the
successes,
theme,
also
but
my
as a
setbacks.
CYL first place winner, I don't know. He doesn't look that impressive. Soren doesn't look impressive either. It looks like they're just like fancy ass clothes, like noble clothes. All right, so he's a red sword infantry. The question is, chat, is he better than Lucia? All right, is he better than Ascended Fur? Deliverer's Brand. +3 to speed. Okay, +5 to all stats, greater than 25%. Damage reduction, 40%. Neutralize the special stuff. I'm not going to read that. Also, if units maximum cooldown is greater than 3 or equal to 3, a unit can trigger their special. So you have Ignis, right? So he has he can go through most DR, 99% DR, if he has a special greater than 3 and he can trigger his special. But how can you trigger a special if it's like a 4 charge? And also calculates defense lower res. This is kind of disappointing when you look at the weapon. Kind of. It's not that long. Oh wait, we have more skills. Gambit 4. So this is inheritable, right? Do I see a guard icon in a card? Like, what the heck is this? Speed defense down. Give Gambit 4 to Lucia. But she doesn't activate her skills, right? I forget what Lucia does. If units or foes attack can trigger the special. Deals damage during combat equals maximum cooldown -2 times 5. We love doing math. Look, there's a comma, right? So you don't do bed math? Okay, so if you have a 4 charge special, 4 minus 2 is 2. 2 times 5 is 10. Reduce damage from attacks during combat and AoE, including Rooker, by percentage. Okay, so this is by percentage equals units max special cooldown value times 10. Why do I have to make things more complicated than it should be? I mean, sir, if you read it's not that complicated, but then when you read the times -2 times 5, read minimum 0, max 15. Okay. But this doesn't help him accelerate his special. I'm wondering, like, do you need, how do you have his special go off? Start of turn, if units within 2 spaces of an ally, grant rally spectrum to unit and allies within 2 spaces. Unit can move to a space adjacent to an ally with rally spectrum. That is within 5 spaces of unit. On smaller maps like AR. So what if you had I mean, how are you gonna have this synergized, chat? Do you have Soren, right? You have Soren on your defense, You don't have him ally supported, but you have this guy with the highest defense on your team. So you have Savior on Robin, and then Robin giving units within 2 spaces. So you'll hit everyone except for one other unit, right? Because you have 7 units on defense. So you can have everyone with Rally Spectrum. So if any unit attacks on defense and survives, you're going to have some warping shit, right? What do you mean? Oh, but this is only Robin that can move to any ally with Rally Spectrum. Okay, good. For a second, I thought Rally Spectrum gave everyone movement. Good thing I found it and corrected myself. But he can move. But he can have a save. Right? Thinking. Okay, so he has not only +5 to all stats, but +3 to all stats. But he gets more stats if he's within 3 spaces of an ally, because we didn't include finish, right? Attack, speed, finish. What does his weapon do again? So that's a lot. I said like +8, so it's like +13. The usual stuff. So what is Rally Spectrum? So he has Rally Spectrum, his allies within 2 spaces of Rally Spectrum. They get +5 to all stats. And if they can trigger their special... so this is how his special cooldown goes down, right? Grant special cooldown -X to unit before unit's first attack during combat. X equals 1. So their special can go down by 1. If unit can trigger the special, can attack twice, or if their maximum cooldown is reduced, then it owns X equals 1. Otherwise, X equals 2. So for him, right, he doesn't have slang in his weapon. So that's why his Ignis will be 2 charge, right? So in combat, if he attacks, then the enemy attacks. So it goes 2. He attacks, it goes down to 1. The enemy attacks, then his special is ready. That's what happens. Okay. But Rally Spectrum is on all your allies. Your allies can have this shit. Okay. I mean, he's a super support unit. Oh yeah, we can also get Cyril as GHB. I wish he showed Cyril's stuff here, but I guess he's not summonable, so. And then there's the guaranteed summons. Alright. So. The flavor of the month, Godsword. Not picking her for plot. Chat, I already have Thor. We have Hather and Sather. Don't we have enough plot already? We have Loki. You can never have more. That C skill's like Pulse, but for all unit types, and it looks better? Yeah. So he's like the super support unit. Hey, that means we can do Robin, Rally Spectrum. I guess I'm thinking about Gale Force strategies for Robin. Always Gale Force, huh? I mean, it would kind of work, right? I'm thinking, why does he have to be a red sword? I'm just thinking him pairing him up with Edelgard. Oh, man. So, when I think about pairing up with Edelgard, now I'm thinking maybe I get Robin. Well, I want to get at least 2 CYL units, so you pick the free one, and then you just summon for another, right? So, the way I go about for so this is the analysis part, right? Which CYL to pick? Like, you want to pick two different ones. Unless they're your favorite unit and then you just want to merge them to plus 10 or whatever, then whatever. Ignore advice. I think, yeah, probably Robin is one you should pick, right? He has a lot of support capabilities. Rally Spectrum's pretty big. What does that help you in? That could help you in every single game mode, right? I mean, specials in RB are kind of whatever, but like AB it could be okay. But it's okay, but like even Rooker sieges, always think about Rooker. You can get your specials off, but the point is that like Robin can move, right? Robin can move spots. And so yeah, so you could give him Gale Force. So then his special would be 3 though. But then you have to give him Heavy Blade, I guess, if you want the guaranteed Gale Force at the start. The hit. Because 5 becomes 3. Or it doesn't matter, right? Because you can pair him with Garrick. Garrick has more HP and it brings them all down. I guess that would be the same way. It would start at 3. But then, if it's already reduced, it goes down to 2. So, technically, you could bring Garrick with him. But besides the thing, I think I would probably go for Robin. Because all the support capabilities. And then here we go. This is like... Okay, she does have the Vayne effect, right? Which is pretty good. 6 during combat. Reduce damage from foes' specials. What if they don't trigger their special? Then the 10 is kind of useless. But reduce damage from... Oh, it's AoE. It's just AoE. And it excludes Rooker. So you have to go against AoE. So it has 2 conditional stuff for the Vayne Stone, but Defense 6 is still not bad. But she is your save unit, right? If you don't have a save unit, I'm kind of looking for another save unit. Let's just say AR Offense and Astra last week wasn't great. But she is pretty good if you need a save unit. Honestly, I don't know if I want to pick her up. She does reduce a lot of stats for the enemy. And she has a lot of damage reduction. Would you guys pick this Corrin up? It's just more damage reduction. It's like, it's another save unit, right? Does she survive? I mean, maybe she would. Like, but then of course we'll have offense units that will be stronger. But like, does she survive a not cav line with all that garbage? I don't know. I'm not doing the math on that one. But she exists. Wait, how much damage did this do?
This is my
Glacie's only did 1 damage, right?
reclaim what is ours.
This is when her special is triggered. 1 damage Glacies. Proving Arvel sucks. Yeah, so I guess she is a super save unit. How about Soren? Is it worth getting Soren? So giving any unit save is pretty good. But you have to bring Soren. But is he good? Yeah, he's pretty good. Just for that assist. Is he good on defense? Does he go through DR? I didn't read he doesn't go through DR or anything. He has damage reduction. Or, yeah, he has damage reduction, but he doesn't go through DR. Wait, he does. Nino Face. He goes through DR with Magic Null follow-up. Man, we love these new follow-ups, huh? I mean, technically he reduces the percentage of foes non... Imagine you are a new player, and you read Magic Null follow-up. Neutralize effects that guaranteed follow-up, foes follow-up attacks, and effects that prevent follow-up attacks. Okay, here we go. Reduce the percentage of foes non-special. Reduce damage by X percentage. Scales by 50% during combat. You're reading that and you're like, okay. Example, a foe with reduced by 45% would be reduced by 23%. So he doesn't go through DR, but it reduces DR effects. Right. So it's partial DR, one could say. But sir, it's not. Yeah, whatever. Partial going through DR these nuts. So yeah, I don't want to go for Corrin. Soren seems like could he be used on defense, right? So offense, obviously, he could be used, but could Soren be used on defense? When he's a bonus in AR, sure. When he's not a bonus, maybe. I need to figure out a slot on my team though. It could happen. It would replace where my Lind is, I guess. But then it gives the highest unit. It gives the highest defense unit the save. That's the thing. So you could drop a save unit on defense. Drop my green Edelgard on defense. Drop green Adel on defense. And who do you put in though? What unit would you put in? What's a strong melee unit I have? Like actually, like my armors are pretty strong. Yeah, someone will find it the optimal unit that would be used for save. Because if they're used for save, they can't be a unit that does this solo shit, right? What non-armor unit would be great for that? Units that have Vantage built in? Like, you could say, funny enough, like Sita, right? Blue Sita. Well, which Sita? The one with the legendary Sita. She has Vantage against calves and armors. But who's going to player phase you with an armor? Well, I guess Edelgard, right? Red Adel. Calves. Yeah, against calves, she can go against them. Legendary Sita's not too bad. I'm trying to think of some other ones off the top of my head. Non-armors, right? Because then why would you just use armors? I guess funny enough, I guess you could do a thing where you have far save on... Okay, you have close counter near save on a mage unit, on a mage armor, but then when they trigger their savior, it would use their weapon, so it would use their range attack, right? So is there an armored unit that has good defense, good res, and can utilize close counter, and then you give them near save? It could work, right? ESRB should be add reading comprehension. If she sims well against Summer Edelgard as a near saver, you would. She probably does. Like, Summer Edelgard I love, but yeah, she's been out for 2 years, right? Has it been 2 years or just a year? Maybe just a year. Like, yeah, Edelgard has her weakness. I can't player phase Edelgard against, like, actual good blue units. Like, that's a start. She can't go against Anakos easily. Now, again, like, if you're going against Edelgard stuff, like, I always bring my Edelgard with Naga. So Divine Fang helps against the dragon matchups. And she is a dragon. There's no, like, no non-dragon thing. So I'd probably use this save unit on defense if you use Corrin. Valentine Lisa, I guess. Yeah. Like, can stall units real... Because technically, wouldn't that be the Omni save? You just have a unit like that. That's the free-to-play unit, though, right? Sad. Free-to-play Lisa? What's the most pay-to-win unit you can have? Let's look it up. Does the FEH wiki have sorted, like, I use GamePress just for that. But does the FEH wiki have the heroes page and you can just sort by armors? List of heroes. It doesn't have the sorting options. Maybe it does. Move types, armored. Because technically you would look for 5-star exclusive. Wait, how does this filter work? I think it's broken. All? Ranged. Oh, maybe this will help. All. Wait, how do I filter it? I put in the stuff. Do I have to refresh the page? Nino face? Yo, how does this work? The AS Fox chart does it too? I'm trying to support your boy Rain Thunder. But I can look at AS Fox, I guess. There's an AS Fox chart. Arctic. He has a chart for units. I'm trying to look. Where the fuck is this? Silverfox.com. Unit chart. Okay. But is it customizable as I want it to be? I don't think it is. Even the wiki is better. I guess we can look at it, but yeah, hold on. Sort by armors. Hold on, what the heck? I'm getting a message on Discord. Oh, that's something else. I guess you guys can help me here. This 5-star only. What is the strongest range unit that has good defense and res? Light mode, it burns. I'm trying to figure out where you can find dark mode on this page on Game Press, but I don't know. I can't find it. I can do the dark reader thing, but I'm not going to get the app right now or the extension. All right. High defense, high res. Funny enough, Henriette, the OG far save, not bad. Valentine Faye is pretty good. Because you want to kill units, right? So you want an attack stat. Robin, she was the one who came out the year later, right? I forget. What is Robin's weapon does? It's pretty good. Slaying. If the movement type is varied, you can get healing back. Damage reduction by 30%. That could happen. So if you have Valentine Robin with Soren. Okay, what was Soren's thing? I don't even remember. What's his type? He's a green infantry. Okay. Green infantry. For free to play? Wait, no, Winter Archer wasn't free to play. That's not bad. Winter Tharja, 34 attack. We're going by the attacks are getting worse. Picnic Flora. Was her refine good? Time to read. Effective against beasts. Damage reduction. If units res is greater than foes res, reduce foes attack speed. Oh, it's not damage reduction, but you just reduce their stats by a percentage. 80% of the difference. Calculate before combat. Oh, so it's only a maximum of -8 to all stats. Okay, I thought it was really impressive. At start of combat, +4 to all stats. After combat, dagger effects, 3 spaces, that's going to happen. +4 to all stats. Based off of res. Foe can't make a follow-up attack. More if greater than 7. Damage reduction by 30%. She's not too bad. But yeah, her low defense makes it not too great to be a near save unit. Okay. So the top candidates I would pick, Henriette and Robin. Well, Robin first, then Henriette, and then after that, I feel like it's you pick your armored unit. Okay. Anyway, so where was I going with this? Oh, when I pick up Soren, well, I don't have Henriette, I don't have Robin. And then I don't really want to give near save to an armored unit. So The community will probably find the best unit to use for saves, because he's a range unit, right? So, of course, you want to use a melee unit. So a melee flyer or melee cav. I guess technically, if we think about it, if you don't want them to be like an omni save, right, of an armor, and you want to use a melee unit, so you, like in general, a dragon's not going to attack you, right? So you can just pick a unit that has high defense. A unit that has high defense, right? Okay, we're going back to the game press here. I am kind of curious. So you don't want any armors because then, yeah. So you want to use a melee unit. I guess you can even include beasts. A melee unit. I guess a dragon unit, I guess. That has high defense. That's not an armor. Because if you pick an armor, then what's the point? The highest defense. NY Ash. Yeah, Ash is freaking strong, man. I guess in Chaos Season, you can use Freyr. Doesn't Freyr have, like, tons of defense? Freyr is so annoying to beat. Like, even my green units have problems. Ash. People have NY Ash. That'd be a problem. Corrin. I'm picking what units do I have? I can use Gregor. I forgot what a Gregor does. Gregor's weapon. Blade of Favors. So this is visible buff, right? 3 rows or 3 columns centered on unit. +6 to all stats. If you initiate store within space, more penalties. So this guy's super penalty man. Well, I would have to give him skills. Asker? Asker is pretty strong. I could see it. Synergy here. So green infantry mage plus Asker. Is this the new save build? I don't have Rhea, but Rhea is strong. She has high defense and res. Myr is also a good strong candidate. Reason why? Her C skill is going to have a lot of stuff, right? The C skill has the anti-warp stuff, and there's been a lot of anti-warp stuff. Or a lot of warping lately. Of course, in Astra, I can use Altina. Because eventually I can get into vantage range. And then we can just pew-pew. Morgan's just like debuff stuff. The dragons, Moose Bell. Use Ash herself. I'm just going to look for 40 plus defense. Anything less than 40, I sleep. Thor. Thor is more of like a Gale Force, right? Myr is really annoying. Yeah. Oter. Hey, Oter could be useful on your defense. He could be a save unit. He's green, though, with Soren, so double green kind of sucks. Mila. Mila as a save unit, guys. Thoughts? It could happen. Brave Dimitri. He has that damage reduction shit. And his B skill atrocity. Honestly, Brave Dimitri, huh? Redemption. The thing is, though, like, I'm talking about AR. Like, how many units actually use physical units? I mean, some of them use physical units, of course, like Sigurd. But in general, you're going against range shit. Now, if you have a +10 Soren in Arena, that's... that's a problem. That's a surrender angle for me. If I see any +10 Sorens, uh-oh. It could be bad. But of course, using AI, you can have units manipulated so there will be no save if they're far away. But, yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I was thinking Cavs, huh? Brave Dimitri. Should I bring him back? But it's like, I have Arden for near save. But maybe, is it Arden's time over? What if I use Dimitri? That could be a thing. Freyr is the best candidate for ally Akoi. You have the same spelling as I do. I'm trying to translate. Okay. So, utility wise, Soren is pretty good. But like for me, do I want to use him? I don't know. How about Gullveig? Summon for the melons. Is all this analysis just for summon for the melons? Thoughts? Okay, for Gullveig. So remember, she's a blue flyer. Canto 1. She can do another action after. So she herself is player phase. Kind of. I mean, you can use her on enemy phase. How do I see her as an enemy phase unit? So I'm reading Divine Vein Flame, right? If your allies are on that tile, it doesn't affect you because it says foe. It says foe. So your allies can be on here, it'll be fine. Wait, and also the difficult terrain is also for foes too. Oh, does the flame only last for 1 turn? Yeah, it does. Okay, so that makes sense. Alternatively, you could fodder Gullveig. You get 2 Gullveigs. You can use Gullveig for yourself and give Flared Sparrow to someone else. Flared Sparrow doesn't have damage reduction. That is true. It's not a mirror. It's just a sparrow that looks like Surge. Yeah, I'm actually thinking about, like, what if you foddered Gullveig? What else does she have? Her A skill and an Oath. Isn't attack speed 03 in GHB or TT now? I don't remember. Is it? Because you could pick up Oath 4. Oh, well, you can't. You could probably pick up Flared Sparrow, right? It's probably like Swift Sparrow 1, Swift Sparrow 2, Flared Sparrow. Is she good fodder? I guess Gullveig could be good fodder. But as a unit. I mean, she doesn't go through DR. Hold on. Does she go... Let me... Hold on. What is her... Does her B skill let her go through DR? That's my biggest thing. Do you go through DR? She has damage reduction. So she doesn't go through DR. Is that a downside? Well, can you player phase with Gullveig on a far safe FOMO? Far safe FOMO is very common now. I don't know if she kills FOMO. Does she kill FOMO in 1 turn? Because the 7 damage stuff doesn't actually kill them. Flare Sparrow may be inheritable, but she's probably the best user for it. Is she? What if you had Flared Sparrow Reinhardt? It's like people who use short name for Kane and Kangas. Freyr, you just add 1 more letter. You cannot tell me that. Sorry, I'm going off on your grammar. Are you really trying? I understand Cordelia. I know like Kane and Kangas is short, but what? Just call him FR, right? You kids think FR is for real, for real. Just call him FR. But then which FR are you talking about? FR these nuts. Sorry. She sets the Divine Vein Flames into combat again in the same turn. Force take 14 damage. Wait, does this... It says Divine Fang doesn't stack, though. So, yeah, it doesn't stack. If base kit can happy, then I think Gullveig can too. Wait, what? What do you mean? If base kit happy, what are you talking about, Rain Thunder? Nino face? Yeah, you can't stack the flame twice. Yeah, it says Divine Vein Fangs do not stack. Replaces any existing Divine Vein effect with another. Divine Vein effects applied simultaneously cancel each other out. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that, like, you can't, yeah. They thought about, like, alright, you know what you do? You do Flared Sparrow and, like, 3 dancers in arena. Flared Sparrow with 5 dancers and AR. Yeah, I don't, yeah, yeah, that would be stupid. Cord and Freyr are characters in Shadow Dragons. Shut up. Shh. Yeah. Okay, so how do you shorten Cord and Freyr? Frey and Shadow Dragon. CO and FR. Co and Fur. All right. Anyways, sorry, I'm going off on you because I'm having fun. Not really. I fucking hate reading right now. I can break it down even further. So we have a unit. Okay, so Robin is a support unit, right? Robin's straight up support. Like, he has damage. But his real gimmick is the Rally Spectrum. So this is support man. And he could probably do combat. But, like, on his own. Like, he could probably take out, like, 1 unit. 2 units, maybe? 3 units? I don't know. He's not, like, super, is he? He has damage reduction, but... I do feel like anything with movement I want to summon for. So, tip the scales. Probably go for that. Okay, so we got super save unit. Remember we had Duotiki? Anakos? Now we have Corrin. So, super save... I'm not really interested in super save. Because it's kind of boring. But it would help you win. Help me win. The gimmick here is giving people the alloy. Alloy is decoy. I don't know why I'm saying, because it's assigned. Assigned decoy. So this is decoy man. Give someone a save. Or melons. And you have another action. Honestly, chat, I think I'm leaning towards the boys. Boys. Like, she does a lot of damage. She doesn't go through DR. She has damage reduction. I guess she can warp with Oath 4. But it's like, okay, if I go for Soren, the gimmick is having another save. Can Soren enemy phase? Because, like, Goto's the GOAT, right? We call Goto the GOAT for the reason, because he can actually enemy phase some units. I don't know, Deadeye could be a problem, lethality, but most parts, he's good. Can I use Altina plus Soren? Is that a combo in Astra? You just have Altina save Soren here. But it's like Soren, like, I would rather just enemy phase with Altina. What if you have NCD on this guy? If I had NCD, replace NFU with NCD. Because then I can go against staff units, right? I guess I can just... Does Mystic Boost 3 stop the, like, staff units doing the true damage? Or, no, Mystic Boost only just stops dragon stuff, right? Would I replace Magic Nullfall with NCD? So then I can have my... I could technically save, right? If he has more res, he does have damage reduction. Max of 40%. So he could tank some stuff. But he's not like Goto the GOAT. He has plus 7 to 7. He has his A skill. He can attack twice during combat if he enemy phases and he has 10 more res. So he could probably kill. Yeah, I'm figuring, how does Soren deal with, like, Elise? That's the only strong staff unit I can think of at the moment. The super Elise. I know we have Alencia, but I don't even see Alencia on defense. Well, I think I did and I lost, right? I take that back. But That was just a bad week. I think because you'd rather pick Soren, right? Because he can make anyone else a save. Would you rather pick one unit as Corrin as a super save? I mean, if you don't even have a save unit, then yeah. Or if you have like a super unit, you can just make this guy. Can Soren go against like physical ranged units? That's the thing. Or is he gonna die in one shot? Does he have heal in his skill? Does he have healing anywhere? I don't see a heal, right? So I actually have to give him like Mystic Boost actually for the heal. Okay, so he has special cooldown. So Flare's actually... Wait, is Flare just charged? No, Flare's one charge, right? You got Slaying, and then you have Times Pulse. So it's a one charge Flare. Does he have the thing where he... Like the special cooldown thing is whatever? Like he doesn't get hit with Guard? I don't see the special X thing. Oh, it is. Nino Face is then Rare Talent. So he will shoot his flare. He has healing if he has less than 70%. I might go for Soren then, because you can do that, right? He can survive. Like if he gets hit by like a brave bow user or something, like obviously not a brave bow, but like a physical damage unit that can attack twice, then he might be fucked. He might be fucked from that. But I think I'm gonna pick Soren over Gullveig. Now, would I pick Gullveig over Robin? I don't know. I'm just obsessed with movement. Does Rally Spectrum give anything else besides the movement shit? Well, the movement's only on Robin. Let me correct that. Movement's only on Robin. Oh, it's just giving everyone a special cooldown going down. Is that gimmick worth it? And this is only a during combat thing, right? The Rally Spectrum, when you attack, before my first attack, your special is reduced. Do I actually want Robin? Now? I don't know if I want Robin. I mean, can Robin be a good Gale Force user? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe okay, so when the banner comes out, maybe I do pick Soren first, then maybe Robin? Don't be tempted by the melons, chat. Okay. Save Legendary Self is also an option for save. Okay, so Soren stocks up, right? Because if you can give anyone save, like that gimmick is just too good. Unless they give a signed decoy to like another unit in the future, which they might. New kind of ninja Lin and ninja Corrin spam is Gullveig. That's what you're thinking? I agree. She's a blue flyer. Technically, I should be able to player phase her with all my green units that I have. Can Fjorm kill her? I don't know. I mean, you don't want to enemy phase her, right? Wait, you apply the Divine Flame after combat, correct? I'm reading this. After combat, yeah. After combat, you apply the Divine Flame. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think Gullveig's that great, but maybe you guys might correct me here. Oh, Mystic Boost does take away the wrathful effect of staffs, because technically I don't need NCD on like if. Well, it depends, right? Here's the thing with if you're. I'm thinking of AR. If you're using like a unit that tanks the staff units, as long as there's no follow up, right? If there's like Pathfinder on the team, which if I'm thinking of those fucking cav lines, or if it's a rallying cry team, they'll probably have some Knot or Dogger with Pathfinder, so that's annoying. If they have defense res smoke to give Pathfinder, that would be really annoying, because then that means that the freaking staff unit, you couldn't counterattack and kill them, will enable all the ranged units could attack your backline, right? And if you're using the save effect of, then it's kind of annoying. So that's the downside of picking Soren, because like, okay, I'm going to pick up Soren for what? I'm picking up Soren for a near save. Why don't I just use Arden? I don't want to swap Arden's Blessing every other season. Like, that's the excuse. So there is the issue with Soren, kind of. Because you have to give him NCD to kill. If he doesn't kill, then it's a problem. If the team is set up correctly. But like in general, then like I could just use Altina. Maybe if you don't have Altina, then you'd pick up Soren. I don't know. I'll wait, right? Because the you can pick your CYL unit until later, and yeah, the banner lasts for like a month, right? So what would I recommend? If you don't have a save unit, you pick up Corrin. If you want to save alternatives, I guess you go with Soren. But if you listen to my problems with Soren, I do agree. I do think Gullveig is like the latest Ninja Corrin, Ninja Lin kind of spiel. Like, she is super player phase. She's going to be annoying for a bit. If you like, you don't want to enemy phase her pretty much, but I feel like she's very one-dimensional, right? She just goes in and kills. But she doesn't go through DR, which I hate. Does she attack twice before the foe can counterattack? She doesn't either, because she takes damage here. But she has damage reduction, right? The 60% damage reduction? Yeah, but... yeah. And then I thought Robin has his utility, right? So he can like pretty much like warp within 5 spaces. So in AR he's great. Arena he's probably pretty good or okay. It depends, because Arena, yeah, not compared to AR, because right, because in Arena the maps can be huge enough, so he's not gonna be within 5 spaces. But 5 spaces is pretty big. But he is a red sword user. But he could trigger his Ignis. The thing is that like, here's the problem. I mean, okay, the thing is that like you can't run Ignis for scoring. Are you gonna run Ether? Are you gonna run Ether? That's the big question. You could run Blue, like Blue Flame does less damage than Bonfire. People can stack their scores. It's 2023, they probably could run Ignis. And you can find their team and cry. Yeah. Yeah. Robin is kind of up in the air. Like, Robin, if you pick Robin, that means you want to use Robin, right? You got to see his stats, and you got to see if you want to use him. Like, I'm thinking Gale Force on him, just for memes. But, yeah. Anyways, I think that is it for all the Fire Emblem analysis talk and my reaction. It was a long video. And, yeah. If you want to see more fast stuff, just be sure to follow the channel. And, yeah. Thank you for all of that.